A KSL Sports presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Sponsored by UCCU.
Welcome to Brigham City as we kick off the postseason here on Game Night Live. The Box Elder Bees hosting the Granger Lancers in a first-round playoff matchup. Jeremiah Jensen, Stevenson, Sylvester, and Sly. This is what we wait for, right? We play a full regular season, the postseason here, and these guys are waiting for this too. They've been waiting all year. This is their opportunity to shine.
It's more football. What more can you want? I love it this time of year. I love the Cinderella story. You know, giving everybody a chance. These RPI system gives people a chance to move week to week to week. It's kind of like March Madness. You have no idea who's going to do it. But, you know, this is our first time being up here in Brigham City, being able to cover the Box Elder Bees. And seeing them come out today is going to be awesome. I know the fans were excited to be able to cheer on these seniors getting another game on top of their senior night. This is just an awesome environment. It's playoffs, baby. This is where it all comes together.
And on the north side of the field, the Granger Lancers walking out right now. And that's a team that's 5-5 this season, second place in Region 4 in 5A. They got some talented players. They got some guys that can rack up a lot of yards. Fafita this year, number 24. He's got a player to watch tonight. Sania Fafita, sorry. He's over 1,000 yards this season, Sly. And you have a guy that rushes for 1,257 yards and 16 touchdowns. You got a chance to make some noise in the postseason.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that's why this game is going to be exciting. You're going to see those talented Granger guys on the road against Box Elder. Making the trip all the way up here to Brigham City is no easy task. But it's playoffs, baby. There's no other adversity. None of that matters. You got to win today so you can advance to next week.
Getting ready for the kickoff here. Box Elder will kick off. Granger will receive. As I mentioned, the Lancers 5-5 this year. First year under head coach Peter Smolin. And then on the other side, the Box Elder Bees. They also have a first-year head coach, Carson Mund. I'm old enough that I called Carson's games in high school for Box Elder when he played here. So this is somebody who cares about this school, that played here.
Right.
And he's taken over for Coach Gunter, who was here for a long, long time. Still working here. I had a chance to shake Coach Gunter's hand earlier today, and the tradition continues here at Box Elder. But he's 4-6 this season in his first year. They graduated a lot of great players last year.
They did. They had a great team. Yeah.
I mean, he's a legend here. Had a great run here as a running back here. So they were having to replace a lot of players that were really, really good. And this is part of their growth, is getting a chance to host a playoff game here against a really good Granger Lancer team. Here we go.
High short kick.
The Lancers will return the ball out to the 32-yard line. Good start for them.
It's a good return. It's a good way to start a football game, maybe at the 30-yard line. Let's see this offense go on to attack here. You know, they've had a great rushing game this season. And honestly, a strong defense and a strong running game is what wins championships. You know, so if they can do both things today, they're going to be on the right foot.
Aiden Royce Welchman is the quarterback for Granger. And we have an issue right out of the gate for Granger. Ball's loose. Box Elder's going to take it into the end zone. First play of the game. We've got a touchdown. Carter Buchanan picked it up. A scoop and a score. And just like that, the Bees are on top.
Just how you drew it up.
Right, exactly.
Amazing.
What a play call.
Well, it's the fine details. When you get in the playoffs, you cannot make mistakes. And that's what happens here. Box Elder's just on their P's and Q's to start the game. Great tackle on kickoff. And now here, you pick up a scoop and score right here, opportunity. And you get up 7-0 before you even crack the first minute of the game. That is awesome.
Have a chance to make it 7 here with the extra point.
You always have an advantage if you score on defense, right? You keep your offense on the sideline. You're scoring points, putting the defense on their heels. That is an amazing job, you know, by Box Elder. Now they just got to keep applying pressure. They have the lead. They have the advantage.
Extra point will be attempted by number 16, Ethan Barber. They're going to have to go for two as they get to the end zone. He does. He gets the 2-point conversion.
Wow.
There you go. Corbin Jepson takes it in. What a start for the Box Elder Bees.
Right.
It's an interception, not a scoop and score.
We were on the far side.
I couldn't see him from this direction that he threw it. That's an interception. That's a pick six.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was.
He's in that shadow. It's tough to see up here.
Old tuck rule situation. But no, he threw it right to him. So there's no hesitation by the refs. No need to go to the review box in high school. That was a clean interception right there. Take it to the house.
Beautiful night here in Brigham City. You see the LDS Temple in the background. Some beautiful country up here. Head right up that canyon on your way to Cache Valley. You go through Manaway and Sardine Canyon. Tonight we're thrilled to be here in Brigham City as the Box Elder Bees try to advance against Granger here. And Granger does, they hope, the same. 16 versus 17, the seeds in the 5A playoffs. Box Elder's the 16 seed. They're the host. Granger, the 17 seed. The winner of this game will advance to play Roy in the round of 16. So not the start Granger wanted. Let's see what they can do this time around. Maybe they got a little bit of nerves going on.
It's understandable. It's the playoffs. You know, it brings a lot of feelings like the first games of the year where you have those little technical errors. But settle down, get in here. Don't make this game get out of hand. Don't feel like you have to, I have to make it all up on this next play. Just continue on with the game plan, make it happen.
Physical carry out past the 25-yard line. In fact, they'll mark it right there at the 25. We mentioned Sania Fafita. He's going to get a lot of carries. He's been their workhorse this season. They like to run the football. They like to play physical football. They do have some good size on the offensive line. They'll have that advantage tonight in the trenches. Fafita again. Out to the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks.
It'll be a tough matchup tonight. Going to be a lot of active tackling. It's going to be seeing who can take care of the opportunities when they are presented to them. Right now, Box Elder's in the lead with that. There was a quick opportunity on the first possession of the game. They're up 7-0. Can Granger create opportunities for themselves here in this football game?
Rush comes, ball's loose, fumble. Recovered by Box Elder. Another forced turnover here in the first quarter. And the Bees are going to have excellent field position. Welchman didn't see the blitz coming.
Not at all. He's got to get rid of that ball, though. He was holding that for a while, and got to understand the pressure is coming down, beaming down on him right there. But again, capitalizing on opportunities. Can you put more pressure on your opponent? You're already up 7-0. Now you get a strip sack right here and get your offense the ball with 26 yards to go for another touchdown, possibly be up 14-0. Box Elder's handling business.
Caden Ray is a quarterback for Box Elder. Going to hand it off. No, he's going to pull it. Play action. Rolling right, throwing right. Catch is made. Maddox Ernest with the catch, the junior tight end.
Nice solid play right here. Just dump it off to your safety Safety valve, get a nice 5-yard pickup right here. Good mix of running pass. You're loosening Granger up so they're not so aggressive on the initial handoff. They have to believe in the possibility of a bootleg or play action fake here, which will allow your running game to be more stronger. So here they can have a nice strong run, which I believe they're going to run right here.
Now Buchanan's a quarterback. With the option pitch to the left. Granger does a good job wrapping that up. He's taken down at the 20-yard line.
He gained a yard on that play, but yeah, you got to understand that. You look at that Granger defense, they look like they have great speed over there. They take great angles as they took on that play right there and knocked that out. Now it's 3rd down and 4. Got to complete this. You don't want to settle for a field goal here. You want to continue to put pressure on your opponent by getting in the end zone. Field goal would be nice, but you want to put pressure on them. Play clock running down here.
Buchanan keeps, pitches. Stop is made just past the 20.
Got that first down. Nice. That was a good finish on that run. But instead of just running out of bounds, look at him
they're
finish
gonna mark
this
him
run
just short
right
side.
here.
I'm surprised by the mark.
Yeah. Yeah, they got him a little short. I think he got it, because of the way that he finished the run. Well, but the ref called him out just a hair short of that. Yeah, I think he got it if they were able to take that to review. But makes it 4th down and inches here. So this is big boy football. Let's see what they do. Timeout.
Box Elder takes a timeout. So will we. 8:49 left to play in the first quarter. The Bees with an 8-0 lead over Granger.
On October 31st, Box Elder cheerleaders are hosting a blood drive here at Box Elder. Students would love you to attend. Parents and friends.
Or simply enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit ready for a rainy day.
To learn more, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome back to Brigham City. After the timeout, Caden Reyes in at quarterback.
Gotta go.
Running out of time here. They get it off. Reyes keeps, and he's taken down. Did he get enough? I don't think he did. I think he's short. Granger thinks so,
short.
and he is.
He is short.
A big stop by the Granger defense. After the turnover, they step up and get the stop. No points for Box Elder. And now the Lancers get a chance to make up for the first 2 drives that have not gone well. 2 drives on offense, 2 turnovers.
Yeah, it's hard to run those outside run plays. I know it was a speed option, and he decided to keep it in there. But I think if he just rolled up real close to that, to this offensive guard and tackle right there, he probably could have just leaned and fell forward for the first down. But there is a great job by the Granger defense right there. It's staying strong and sticking in there.
Welchman's going to hand it off.
Nice 3-yard pickup there on first down.
Another handoff. So Granger going to the run here on their first 2 plays.
Which is smart. You know, I think you have a size advantage over Box Elder, so don't get fancy with it. I would just wedge, just do a nice wedge run right up the middle with the lead block right there. Fall forward. They've been able to do that. Now it's 3rd down and 3. I do the same thing right here. You got a lead blocker right there. Lead up through there with your fullback. Yeah.
That was number 33, Tavita Kofe, on the carry. So we went the bigger fullback there. 240-pound fullback, Tavita Kofe, 5'9", 240.
That's what I'm saying. They got a size advantage. I would definitely just I love the double-double. Honestly, sometimes when you're facing fast defenses that create instant penetration and mess up your whole run play, the double-double and the wedge run really help you out. And honestly, if you can lead through there with the fullback, hand it off to your tailback, I think you could get those. And I think that should be kind of the game plan here tonight for Granger.
High punt, short punt. Fair catch. Called for and made at the 41-yard line.
Great catch.
Of Box Elder. So the Bees will start there on this next drive. Corbin Jepson was on the other end of the punt for Box Elder.
All right. Well, this was the biggest change of field position we've seen thus far. So let's see how Box Elder handles that. Sometimes it's a lot easier when things are opened up for you. But eager to see how they handle this. Trips into the boundary here.
Granger's loading up on the left. They're going to throw it to Buchanan. And the tackle's made. Maka Sanasi.
Only picked up a yard on that. That was a little
6 foot, 220-pound linebacker. Sanasi is a
beast.
Probably the best athlete on the team. I think that they'd all agree with that. Offense and defense, he gets it done.
Maka Sanasi passes the look test. I tell you that much. Watching him walk into this facility, into this field, he looked like a D1 linebacker. And you see how he can flow to the play right there. Great instincts, and he makes a lot of plays.
Buchanan's going to keep. He's right up the middle. Now he's loose. Buchanan to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Carter Buchanan for the 2nd time tonight. 1 on defense and now 1 on offense.
Can you tell?
56 yards.
Can you tell who's Box Elder's playmaker?
It's pretty clear. He's made that clear.
Oh, my gosh. Great play right there. They missed him in the backfield. He gets into the open field right there and takes off. Nobody can catch him. That's how you know you have elite speed right there. Great job. Oh, 2-point conversion.
Get a little gadgety with the 2-point conversion. We're seeing a lot of that in high school football. The kind of odd snap.
If they don't want to cover it, yeah, look at that. Great blocking right there.
Faked out the camera and everything.
Yeah. Great job right there. 16-point lead now. Great job by Buchanan right there. Speed in the open field. Great execution of the play. They missed him right there.
At the top, all the talent that they lost. A great senior class played here. Buchanan was a playmaker with that group.
Right.
And he's a leader now, and you're seeing it here on this playoff game. You need somebody to step up and make plays. He's made 2 big ones here.
Very much so, man. You can lean on that. You can see how the play designs kind of revolve around him. If I was a defense, look where number 15's at. That's probably where the ball is going to go. And that makes a lot of sense here. He's making plays, and if he can score all the points for this team, I think he will. Oh.
They're going to go with an onside kick early.
Why not? Did they get it?
Great job by Granger to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Isaiah Etiaki was dialed in. Otherwise, they may have caught him off guard there. Great job by Etiaki, the heads-up play to recover the onside kick for Granger. Now they'll get great field position at their 47-yard line.
Hey, tip captain Box Elder. I'd go for the jugular as well.
Why not? They came to play tonight. They have been really aggressive. Went for it for 2 with some trick plays on the 2-point conversions. Pulling out all the stops here to try to get a win. They'd love to get another shot at Roy. Granger goes back to the run. He gets 2 or 3 yards. They're going to mark him forward progress to midfield.
Yeah, that'll do. Picked up 3 yards on first down. Second down and 7, control down. Nice play action fake right here. Would be great.
Now they go option pitch. And it works. First down and more. Past the 40, down to the 37-yard line.
Beautiful.
They get Fafita going. Sania Fafita with his best run of the night.
This is
The
great.
junior running back.
Great action to the fullback on a crack toss type of look with a T-pull right there. T-pull linebacker, or T-pull lineman lead. That's just a great job. Great play design, great execution by this offense. Great
First
run by
and 10
Fafita.
for Granger. They're going to go straight up the middle this time. Driving is Kofe to the 31.
It's nice to have a big running back or fullback like that. You
Not
can
many
hand the
teams in
ball
the
off
state,
to.
Sly, have a 240-pound fullback. Tavita Kofe.
And they'll give him the ball. He's got 360 yards on the season, too.
Workman hands off. Fafita finds a hole to the left. I think he's at the sticks. He is. Down to the 26. The Lancers with the drive here. Picking up some momentum.
Yeah, they're gaining more confidence just running the ball. You know, they've been run. They picked up another set of downs. This is where you go play action and hit them over the top. You get this defense extremely aggressive against the run. It looks like they got an 8-man box right here. You get one-on-one on the outside. Go for it.
Workman's going to pass, rolling to his right, going to the end zone, takes a shot, wide open! Caught! Touchdown, Granger! Brighton Webb with 6. What a response by the Lancers.
I'm just going to add this to my offensive play, but that was perfect. The play timing was great. As I said, they got a new set of downs. They've been run. They got an 8-man box over there. You got one-on-one on the outside. They do a double move with the receiver, lose the corner. You can loft the ball up there forever, as they did, and they get a touchdown. Great job.
They average 14 pass attempts per game. So you can see the pace and see how often they want to do that. But Welchman has 15 touchdown passes this season. So they can do it. They can throw when they need to, and they did there, and he's wide open.
Wide open. Great job. It was it's the timing of the play call that just makes sense, right? Like, you get that aggressive 8-man box. You know you're not going to be able to hold the ball long, but you escape to get that one-on-one on the outside look. Great throw. Great catch. Way to get open by the receiver. But that's just great mechanics and great job by Granger at not panicking, right? They still ran the football being down 16-0 and got themselves in position to score that right there. That's a great job and a great response to Box Elder's touchdowns.
16-7 now. Box Elder leads Granger with 3:43 left to play in the first quarter. Sun's starting to set up here in Box Elder County. Beautiful night for football, Sly. We have been spoiled with the weather. Not one bad weather night on a Friday night this entire season. Now 11 weeks in.
Yeah, I just think that we live in such an incredible state. Try to talk to people outside the state and what they look at. It is nothing compared to what we got here in Utah.
We are spoiled. A kickoff return from the 10. He's got a lane. That's trouble for Granger. They finally swallow him up, but not before he gets to the 38-yard line. Excellent kickoff return. This is Jay Macias, the senior. So good field position to start this drive for Box Elder.
Let's see, they've been doing good. As we said, we know exactly who Box Elder's playmaker is. Does the defense realize that? Where are they going to go with the football? Now you have Buchanan in the slot. You're going trips to the field again. How are they going to go about this?
Reyes going to pass. Takes a shot deep. Looking for number 6. Can't make the play. That was Cameron Bushnell, number 6.
Yeah.
And great coverage by Juni Tawataina.
Wasn't a terrible play call right there. I just would have ran that with a guy like Buchanan. Buchanan would have made a play on the jump ball. But now you're 2nd down and 10. So what are you going to do? You got 2 downs to get a first down here. You kind of take away from yourself on that first big try there.
Going to go with the handoff to Macias. And Granger swallows that up. Maybe a gain of a yard.
I think a half a yard, yeah. A little less than a yard, it felt like.
What do you think of the rotation they're doing with the quarterbacks?
I mean, I've never been a fan of multiple quarterbacks. Never been a fan of that. It all depends on if it works for them and if it looks clean. They're getting in and out of the huddle. The offense doesn't look like it's affecting them in any kind of way. I've never been a fan of it, but if your team can run it and take advantage of it, then more power to you. It does not look like they have enough guys on the line of scrimmage, though. Still, they got 5 guys off the line of scrimmage. That is illegal formation. That is illegal. Illegal.
And there's the flag. You're right, Sly. Oh, that's a fumble. We got the penalty for the illegal formation. Who recovered it?
I don't know. Box Elder may have gotten it back. Yeah, it looks like Box Elder got it back.
So Granger may decline the penalty here and take the loss of yards.
I'll take the loss for sure.
Rough sequence there for Box Elder.
Illegal formation on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Yeah, put the football, flip the ball, flip the field here, and see if you can get them on a mistake. I'd bring a punt block blitz right here. It does not look like Box Elder is tight along that front. I'd go get it. Yeah, just like that. What do we got here? What's the call? I didn't see a flag, but the whistle blew. Too many men on the field for...
Illegal substitution. Defense. 5 yards, still 4th down.
Yeah, now they got 11 on there. They had too many men on the field for Granger. So I'd come after this like a punt block, see what they can get. Oh!
Almost got there.
Lay out.
That's down to the 42-yard line of Granger. He was just inches away from getting it.
Yeah, he's got to lay out flat and just go get that. He had his hands up in the air. That is not how you block punts unless you're like right up on him. But he had an opportunity. I think he affected the punt. That was not a good punt. It was only a 15, 18-yard punt right there. Not a big flip of field position. But this is good. You only got 48 yards to get a touchdown on this if you're Granger. And the way that they moved the ball down the field on that last drive, run. Finally a pass, touchdown. You got to have hope they could do that again.
Running the football to the right with Fafita, carrying tacklers all the way to midfield. A gain of 9 on 1st down for Fafita. So Granger is trying to overcome some early mistakes. The pick 6 on offense and some missed tackling on a big run by Carter Buchanan. Gave Box Elder the 16-0 lead, but Granger's chipping away now. Driving here with a chance to cut the gap even further. Kofe, 1st down. Took a big shot at the end of it. by Caden Wheeler, as you see right there. But not before Kofe has a first down. Props to Wheeler for bringing down the 220-pound human hamster wheel that is Kofe. That is a Jalen Warren look to him.
It's a big body right there.
Big, strong
If
young
you need that yard,
and he got it.
You're going to give it to that guy.
So Granger now in Box Elder territory. Workman's going to pass outside. Short. Not much there. Box Elder's all over it. In fact, they might lose a yard here. This could be a TFL, and it is. So the pass in the flat goes nowhere. It'll be second down and 11. Caleb Cephalo, the sophomore defensive lineman, gets credit for that stop. Time running out of the first quarter. One more play. Workman's going to hand it off. Fafita right up the middle. He's got room to run. Dancing through the defense. On his way to the end zone. They're not going to catch him. Granger with the touchdown to end the first quarter. But we have a flag on the field. There are flags.
You know what sucks about that is it's so far down the field when that happened. That's a holding call that's going to bring him back, and it's so far down the field that it's just nuts. But great run by Fafita right there. Great vision up the middle, breaking into the open field. It's a spot fail.
On the offense, number 13. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Going to repeat second down.
Yeah, so it's now second down and short. So it's like he gained 5-6 yards on the play. So it's not terrible, but you negate a touchdown. Great run by Fafita right there. As I said, they're having success with the running the football. That could be their formula. Run, pass.
One more play here in the first quarter. And it's not going anywhere. Box Elder does a great job wrapping up the fullback. Gain of about 1. So that will end the first quarter. Kofe with the carry. It's going to be third down and 3 for Granger from the 38-yard line when we come back. We'll take a break. First quarter's over. 16-7. Box Elder leads Granger in this 5A first-round playoff game.
At UCCU, we've learned that people prefer more. And not just more, but a lot more. That's why UCCU created Elevated Checking. Elevated provides everything you'd expect from the best checking account anywhere and more. A lot more. Like loan discounts, overdraft forgiveness, and free ATMs nationwide. Just visit UCCU.com.
And elevate your checking.
Commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Beautiful night as the sun sets here in Brigham City, Utah for this 5A playoff game between Granger and Box Elder. Third down carry, that should be enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, that'll move the sticks. Great job.
And when you need a play, you bring in number 1, Maka Sanasi, and he got the yards.
As we talked about him, playing that middle linebacker position, being able to flow the ball, he is an aggressive runner. And he gets those tough yards when he needs it, those quick fullback traps where you need somebody just to run as hard as you can and get as many yards as you can. That's the guy that you hand the ball off to.
So this Granger offense has settled down, and they've found a rhythm and a groove. Workman is going to pass, takes a shot, throws deep.
That's pass interference.
It's incomplete, and they threw a flag late. I think you're right, Sly. I think they got him coming back for it.
the ball hangs up in the air, and if you're a defense and you're not looking back for the ball, you're going to get called on pass interference. If you're looking back for the ball, you have an opportunity to intercept it, but look how the ball hangs up here.
Gonna go 15 yards.
Yeah, that's
first down.
Buchanan right there. Oh, number 17, not 15.
Lou Kinney was the intended receiver and did a good job coming back for the ball. The ball was thrown short because Welchman got hammered in the backfield as he let go of the ball. Box Elder put on good pressure, but the penalty will put Granger in the red zone. Welchman, Kofe. He's got a block. He's got a hole. He's down inside the 10. They're going to mark him at the 7. That's going to move the 6. Another run with power by Kofe.
Yeah, they got an advantage. We talked about the size advantage that they have here. Run the football. Run the football so much that Box Elder overcommits and then you bootleg pass. But this is great right here. Hand it off. It's like this is big boy football. That's Jerome Bettis running through that hole right there. Nobody wants to get in front of that train.
Welchman up the middle. Sanasi into the end zone. Touchdown. Maka Sanasi. He blocked for Kofe on the last run. This time he gets to take it in himself for the touchdown.
Yeah, they have aggressive runners right there. There's not a lot of people that want to get in front of that guy right there and take that hit. Great play calling right there from the Granger coaching staff to get into the end zone and get back into this football game. They're down by they make this field goal, they'll be down by 2, and that's only because Box Elder went for 2 two-point conversions.
Kinney with the extra point attempt, and it is good. So Granger cuts that Box Elder lead down to 2. Beautiful sunset here at Box Elder High School. The difference in this game right now is 2 two-point conversions from Box Elder. But the Lancers have responded with back-to-back touchdowns. It looked for a minute, Sly, that Box Elder was going to turn this into a rout, but Granger has turned the momentum around their way.
Yeah, they really have. And, tip your cap to anybody that's able to stay steady right there. I know so many people that would be panicking down 16-0, right? It's like, oh, we got to do everything now. But no, Granger's like, all right, let's get back to the game plan. It's only the first quarter. They literally had so much success just simply running the football, trucking, 5 yards here, 3 yards here, 8 yards here. Excuse me. And then something broke, and they hit it. So they're finding success, both run and pass here, but definitely running the football. They definitely have an advantage.
(16-14), Box Elder leads Granger in this first round playoff matchup in 5A. The winner will advance to take on number 1 seed Roy next week. The Royals had a great season. Just one loss to Bountiful this year. They await the winner. They will return this kick from the 5. Great return, out near the 30-yard line. That's Tyson Hansen. Well, this offense trying to get the momentum back. Buchanan will now step in at the quarterback spot. Hansen to his side.
Oh, that's a false start. Oh, you going to call it?
They did, finally. Can't move at the same time.
I didn't know if they were like, are you going to call it? Am I going to call it? Are you going to call it? The head referee right there was looking right at it. It works. It got called.
So the last couple drives, Box Elder's starting to make some mistakes. that have been costly. That one's going to set them back. It's going to be 1st and 15.
I mean, they just got to get back to what they were doing at work. Get the ball to Buchanan. That's the game plan.
Yeah.
And here he is at quarterback.
Up the middle, not much there. Granger wins that battle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's the game plan. Carter Buchanan all the way. If you put another quarterback in, it's just to get Carter Buchanan the ball in a different fashion. But he is your guy. He's dynamic in space. He will get those tough yards for you that you need. Throw him at fade ball here. He's ISO coverage on the boundary here. Post safety's looking at him. There it
They're
is.
going to throw it. Buchanan. Uh-oh. Oh, he doesn't get away. Good tackle there. If they don't make that tackle, he might get some momentum and break another one.
But, I mean, they got 5 yards right there, and now it's second down or third down and 9 instead of second down and 15. Great play design here. Just got to get the ball a little. That screen's got to get there a little quicker for him to be able to turn up and get some time to accelerate. But great reaction by the defense right there.
Kinney with a tackle that may have saved another 15 or 20 yards of a run.
Yeah.
But it's clear they're trying to get the ball to Buchanan. Reyes taking the shot deep to Buchanan over the top. Can't get there.
The ball's just out of bounds. The ball's just out of bounds. But that's my game plan. I do that right there. Even the post safety was recognizing that Buchanan was over there. He was cheated to that side and still couldn't do anything. That was an uncatchable ball right there. Buchanan beat the corner. You just got to give a catchable ball right there, and that's a big play.
So Box Elder has to punt.
Oh, that's a
deep snap.
Is that false start? Yeah, false start.
They're having procedure penalties all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, that snap went all over the place.
False start. Offense, number 3. 5 yards, still 4th down.
You know, what's weird is like the punter was catching a punt.
It did. It looked like he was fielding it.
Yeah, he was going backwards and forwards. That was a very high-hanging
That's something
snap.
to keep an eye on here. I'd be worried a little bit that one of those might sail away. That one's low. He does get rid of it. Great job to get the punt off, but it is short. And it takes a Granger bounce back to the 47-yard line. So Granger will start this drive at their own 47-yard line. Man, is this game flipped?
Yeah.
Granger now feels like they're still down, but they feel like they're in total control.
Oh, for sure. They're confident as if they had a 10-point lead right now. If I'm Granger, I'm going for a pump block every single time.
Yeah.
High snap, low snap. I almost blocked on one of them. I'm going after that punter every single time if I'm Granger. But here, you got another short field. 53 yards here to get a touchdown. Let's see what they can do.
$9:11 left in the half. Welchman, handoff. Feet are wrapped up.
Great
Great job
pursuit.
by that.
Ball's out. Ball's out.
Ball's out.
Oh, I think they blew the whistle before.
blew it
They
dead.
shouldn't have, but the ball was definitely out. They just blew the whistle early.
Caden Buchanan was in there to make that stop.
Look,
See that?
they stand him up, and the ball comes out.
It was a fumble.
They blew the whistle early, and that's why Granger gets to keep the ball. Play to the
Unless
whistle,
they
but
consider that.
yeah, that's a fumble.
They blew it too early. You're right.
Fafita's been a little loose with the handling of the ball there. He's got to high and tight that football.
Fafita again.
Great
Not
pursuit.
much there. Box Elder wraps him up and pushes him backwards. He'll get forward progress. But not even back to the original line of scrimmage. He's a yard short.
Now
Third down and 11.
All right.
So this Box Elder defense stepping up on the first 2 plays of this drive with an aggression and intensity that was lacking on the last 2.
Playoff football, you're going to get ups and downs with all of this.
And this game has been a roller coaster.
Yes, it has. From start to finish.
No idea what's going to happen next year.
Box Elder was on a high, then went down. Granger went up, then went down. Now it's Box Elder's momentum shifting here. It's a big third down right here for Box Elder. You have an opportunity to get the ball back, make it happen.
Granger takes the timeout. So will we. 7:30 left to play here in the first half of this 5A first round playoff game between Box Elder and Granger.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Welchman on 3rd and 11. Escapes the pocket. Now throws. Out of bounds. Incomplete.
Great decision by Welchman to escape and just throw the ball away right there, to have an incomplete pass. Not take the sack because Box Elder was in pursuit. And the last thing you wanted to do is force another fumble right there. But Welchman does a great job of escaping. Once he escapes, throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another day. Great job by Welchman.
Nice punt by Kinney. Fair catch made at the 16-yard line. So the Bees will start their next drive there. Great job by the Box Elder defense on that drive, Sly. Getting in the backfield, locking up that run. Feels like both teams have made some adjustments.
Yeah, and you're figuring things out. You understood what Granger's game plan should be, right? Are you understanding what Box Elder's game plan should be? Stop Buchanan. Stop Fafita on the other side. They're doing good. That's why, in these playoff matchups, who's going to be the unsung hero to get these guys to the next round? Who's going to step up in this game? Who's going to not let their season end?
Run on first down. First down all the way out to the 30-yard line. Macias with a nice carry.
Great job. That's a great run right there. The hole opened up beautifully. You attacked the line of scrimmage extremely well, got up the field, took the contact, kept going. That's the aggressive running style you need to have.
1st and 10 from the 30. Not as many yards this time. Granger adjusts well. Went to Macias again. We give him 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. Right up the middle. Fumble, ball's loose.
Box Elder, or Granger recovers.
Granger's got it. Macias lost it. And Granger recovers. Another turnover in this game.
Oh, man. Ball security. He got a little excited, saw a little daylight right here, but great job by Granger at poking that ball out. Ball's been loose. They got on both sides of the football. They got to hold that ball high and tight. Look at this.
Ezekiel Casatati with the recovery. And now Granger has it in Box Elder territory. Welchman rolling to his left. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. The receiver had stopped in his route. Tried to make an adjustment. It was Webb once again. They had connected on that touchdown earlier in the half.
They cannot forget what their offensive game. You're now in plus territory. Don't try to go back to the throw like that. I would have stopped just like your first scoring drive. Run. I'd keep doing that. Even though Box Elders got a little beat on it, you have the advantage. I would continue to do that. If you got to put Sanasi back into the football game to run a few more, I would do that. Don't go away from the run.
They go back to Fafita. Running right. Not much there.
So it'll create a 3rd and long situation.
Got to have a little quicker operations. That way you can execute on a potential RPO game right there.
Brings up a 3rd and 9 for Granger.
It's a great 3rd down and 9. Great job by the Box Elder defense on the last 2 drives of standing up and making plays happen. Granger goes trips to the field right here with Kofe as the back. See what they do.
Welchman's going to roll left again. And just throws it out of bounds. There was a receiver there. Box Elder fans want holding. No flags. But it'll be 4th down. And Granger's in the situation here where they're on the field where they might as well go for it.
It looks like they're going to do that. But, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, this is that in-between phase. Neither offense is really pushing the needle right here. So if you knew it was 2-down territory, then would you have ran that pass on 3rd down?
I wouldn't have called that.
Right. I would have did something short or another running play to set up a little 4th and shorter than 4th and 9. But 4th and 9 is what it is. So let's see what they do. I'd bring a field blitz because that's all they've been doing is rolling out to the left. So Box Elder should bring a nickel blitz right here. Let's see what happens.
Welchman in the pocket, plenty of time. Now he's going to escape, throws. Catch, is it made? Yes!
Oh, he got a foot down.
He got a foot down, and that is a 1st down.
How about that?
What a conversion by the Granger Lancers, and a great catch by Webb. Box Elder fans furious. They didn't think he caught it.
It's close. I saw him get the foot down, but I didn't know if it got down, and the ref said he did, man. So this is a great pitch and catch right here. Great job right there. Hey, getting that foot down, great catch. Made that happen. Let's see how it happens here. Welchman rolls out. Yep, he drags that foot. Great job.
It was his left foot that he drug and got in. So Granger gets the 1st down conversion. Knocking on the door once again. Fafita going right. Trying to get a block, and Box Elder does a good job of containing him. I think he gets maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
This is an awkward part of the field, but I'd run a flea flicker right here.
Really?
But an over route. Instead of like a deep ball,
yeah,
I would take it, run a crackdown fake block right here, have him come out to the flat, but on that backside, I'm running a deep over route with a flea flicker max protection coming back. I'd come wide open.
They're going to run it up the middle. Fafita breaks a tackle. Fafita's inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for the Lancers.
Look at that. Great running right there, right up the middle. Again, this is a gut play right here. Running right up the middle. Great job. Now you're 1st and goal, and an opportunity to take the lead. Box Elders had the lead the entire first half off of those first couple drives. Let's see what they do here.
1st and goal from the 3. Kofe up the middle.
Big buddy.
Knocking on the door just short.
Oh, they're going to call him short. Oh. Great stand-up right there for Box Elder. I would have thought that he got in.
A lot of contact at the point of attack. We have an injured player. Don't want to see that. We'll take a timeout while they attend to him. 16-14. Box Elder leads Granger, but the Lancers
are 3 yards away from taking the lead.
Moving mountains takes more than muscle. It takes commitment through the comfortable, the uncomfortable, the starts, the stops, the sunny days, the stormy days. Here at Salt Lake Running Company, rain or shine, we've got you. We are here to help you keep moving forward. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995. SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Welcome back. Granger 3 yards, now 1 yard away from taking the lead. Welchman goes under center.
Oh,
we have movement.
Oh, false start. Well, I could tell where he was going.
False 55 offense. 5 yards, still first down.
That was strategic. They just wanted a little more room.
They're going to run that flea flicker now you talked about.
No, this is too close. This is too close. Now, I'd run that 25 yards, 25 to 30 yards out. It'd be almost like a great play action fake right there.
Boy, a false start at the goal line is tough.
Yeah, it is. But the way they've been running the ball shouldn't affect them much.
Second and goal from the 6. Kofe.
Fullback dive.
Fights
Nice.
forward, wrapped him up though. Not much there.
Got 3 yards.
Timeout. It's like a gain of 3 on that play.
Timeout. Box Elder saving some time.
Box Elder does get the ball to start the second half. Granger turned the ball over on the very first play, a pick 6 to start the game. And then fumbled on their next drive. But since then, their offense has done a very good job fighting their way back in this game. Now a chance to take the lead, but Box Elder hoping to take a stand and then get their offense back out on the field and try to score before the half. The last 4 minutes in the first half and first 4 minutes of the second half are always huge, Sly. That 8-minute in between time. Some have a word or a phrase for it, but that 8-minute block of time in a game is crucial.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you know, people have to make up for that. And hopefully people are used to it now and getting into the playoff situation.
Third and goal from the 3. Welchman keeps it, and he's wrapped up. No score there, so now it's 4th down. A field goal gives you the lead.
Oh, no, I don't go for that. The way their offense has been playing, you go for it here. As a head coach, you go for it here. I go for it simply because Box Elder hasn't been dynamic enough on offense to challenge that. With them being backed up, there's an extra level of adversity, an extra level of thinking that they would have to do. So for me, I'd go for it here, get even closer to the goal line, if not score. And then make it 1st down and 10 from their own 1. It would be huge. You force a safety, right? Tie ball game with the ball with still 2+ minutes left. Yeah, I definitely go for it here.
So the Bees take the timeout, save the time, and that may pay off for their offense. They're going to get back on the field one way or the other here. For Granger, a chance to take the lead one more time. 4th and goal from the 3. Welchman is going to pass. Not even close. And the Box Elder Bees take a stand.
It's not the play that I would have ran. Welchman doesn't, strike me as the best, most accurate passer. So for plays like that, you need real accuracy. This was not a catchable ball, at all. Didn't give his receiver a chance at all. His receiver actually had great body position, but this was just a not so accurate throw right there. And
if you're Granger right now, you're going, what? We blew it here.
Well,
this was a great opportunity for them.
You could have kicked the field goal one. I didn't recommend that. I thought they were going to run the ball. I would run it, get closer to the goal line. I would have did a QB keep, but sub my QB. Get Sanasi in and run a wildcat straight lead dive.
Nice run on first down, gets it out to the 7, gives them a little more breathing room. They'll mark it officially at the 8. Mark that moment in the game, Sly. I think that's going to be a huge moment in this game. We'll look back on it. And it will likely have made a big difference. Now they're going to run to the outside box. Elder. Nice big hit to stop it.
You love that.
Nice stop. It's Hansen on the carry. He paid a price. Oof. Lauli Fagil with the stop. Another timeout. Now Granger's going to play the timeout game, Slides. Makes sense. 3rd down and 3. If they get a stop here, they get another chance with the ball back.
Which is why I just don't understand. I should have ran the football. Yeah, I mean, as I said, Welshman didn't strike me as
Hey, give Box Elder credit, Slide. They were stopping the run on that drive.
They were.
They got the 4th down conversion on a pass.
But you know how hard it is to stop like a QB lead?
No.
Like, as a defense, you know, you're supposed to always have an extra defender because the quarterback's normally handing it off. But when he's keeping it and he's the ball carrier, they have an extra blocker. You have the advantage with the size advantage. I just don't understand that. That's me.
3rd down and 3 for the Bees. Granger showing pressure, showing blitz. Let's see if they do that or they pull them back. They took a lot of time.
Delay a game?
A lot of time. Too much time.
Number 7. 5 yards, still 3rd down.
That's hard because it's just like you wasted all your timeouts and you suffer delay a game this close to the end zone. Good thing it's only half the distance, but man.
Much different play call here, though. You go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8.
Yeah. Got to go before they get it again.
Now they get the snap off. They're going to pass.
Oh,
intercept. No, drop. Close. They had a shot there.
They're punting the football, which
Yes,
is not
are.
a good thing.
What have we been talking about the entire first half?
Bring pressure.
Yeah.
That is not a good thing.
And they've had some, maybe issues is too strong, but some concerns with the snaps.
Oh, for sure. Especially this tight to your end zone. This is not a normal dip. Look at the punter. He's on the goal line. The ref is watching. If he steps on that goal line, that's a safety. Oh, that's that short punt.
But it was very short.
Get away from it. Get away from it.
Wow, Granger's going to have the ball at the Box Elder 26-yard line.
Oh, my gosh.
So with a minute 38, Granger has plenty of time here to make up for the last drive where they came up short. They got all the way to the 1-yard line and could not score. But they get a second chance here with 1:38 to play. Their defense gives them a shot. So once again, this Box Elder defense is going to have to hold strong to maintain this lead.
Well, they got tons of time. It's a minute 40, 26 yards.
Welchman hands off. Fafita behind that offensive line gets a nice push.
Get back
Gain
to the line
about
of scrimmage.
7.
Get back to the line of scrimmage. Do it again.
Clock is running. Granger does have one timeout left.
Right. You're still above a minute here. I'd run the ball again to Fafita.
They're going to pass. Welchman has time in the pocket.
Nice.
He's open. He missed. Dropped it. He was open, hit him right in the shoulder.
He was running before he caught the ball right there, but that was wide open. That was a nice opportunity. He would have picked up first down. Possibly could have ran to the boundary and got out of bounds right there. But he saw Buchanan coming. He didn't want no parts. Got T-Rex arms in there. Box Elder starts the ball in the third quarter, so Granger got to be strategic here. You got to come away with points, whether that's a field goal or a touchdown, preferably a touchdown. Third down right here. Third down and 4. You can still run the football.
And they will. Fafita.
Get upfield.
Does he have enough?
No.
No, he's short by a yard.
Timeout. Call timeout.
Oh, he's still going. The extra effort gets the sticks.
Stop.
So he did find some extra room
Are you
there.
Serious?
What a fight.
And then
for
here
yards.
where they poked the ball out, they blew the whistle early.
Right.
But they let it go on that one. That's crazy.
All right, all the way inside the 15. The clock stops temporarily while they move the chains. Now it's back on. 45 seconds and counting. Welchman rolling left, and they're going to stop the clock.
False start.
False start.
Move it back.
So they lose some of that yards that they gained on the
Hey, what?
Kofe run. Or Fafita, sorry.
What do they want to call here? What is...
False start, offense number 13. 5 yards, replay the down.
I don't know why that took so long. Because you stopped the play, so there's nothing you should have to talk to the other coach about.
Welchman's going to pass. Right into the hands of a box elder defender.
Oh, great job by Box Elder here. Being at the right place at the right time.
That is Judd Howells, a sophomore linebacker with the pick.
Big time play.
2 straight drives as Box Elder defense has come up huge to preserve the lead.
Great play by him right there. Yeah, making a play where your team needed it. Granger's in position to kick a field goal, take the lead, if anything. Granger should just be running the football. You need to be running 2-man routes, max protection, or running the football. This spread option or spread offense with Welchman is not getting it done. Buchanan, ball carrier, QB keep right there. As you said, that is their offense. 9-yard pickup, great job. Hurry up offense. They're getting back to the line of scrimmage, seeing if they can get another play out of it. They got to get somebody on the line of scrimmage.
Probably the last play of the half, unless they can get out of bounds here real quick. Buchanan's going to run it, no shock there. And he does get out of bounds, so they'll get one more play. There's a flag down.
False. They're calling it a legal formation, but I could have swore they got all 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, but possibly not.
This is just bonus for Box Elder. They get the ball to start the second half.
So it's more game plan testing right here at the end of the half, right?
Yeah.
This is working.
On the offense, number 13. 5 yards, still first down.
Well, we saw what Buchanan could do with one play in the first quarter.
Right.
He's always a threat to take it the distance.
He's got great speed. So if they do that play up the middle,
5 seconds is all he needs.
I mean, I only need 1 second the way he plays.
He's going to give. Granger's going to wrap him up, and that'll wrap up the first half. Very competitive first-round game. We got an even matchup in this one as we expected. 16 seed versus the 17 seed. It's been a wild ride here the first half. Gave us a lot of interesting plays, a lot to talk about. It's been a lot of fun here so far in Brigham City. We got another half to go. Box Elder leads Granger 16-14. In this 5A first-round matchup, the winner of this game will move on to take on the Roy Royals in the round of 16. You know what we do here on Game Night Live every halftime? We give away some money. We got a big, giant check.
Let's do it.
And someone's holding it right there. KSL Sports is streaming tonight's game on the KSL Sports app, the KSL Plus app, and KSLSports.com. As a part of the broadcast, Utah Community Credit Union is proud to present a scholarship to an amazing student from each school that KSL is visiting this year. And this week's winner is Laura Segura Leal from Box Elder High School. Laura has been proactive in working towards her dreams and education since before the school year even began. She's an excellent student with grades that reflect her academic prowess. In addition to her work in the classroom, Laura is an amazing actress and will be one of the leads in this year's school musical. Her hard work and dedication to her studies and to her school's extracurricular activities more than qualifies her to be a worthy recipient of this scholarship. Congratulations to Laura, and thanks to Utah Community Credit Union for their support of local high school athletes and students. UCCU, love where you bank. Congrats, Laura. Well deserved. And we get a well-deserved break here at halftime. We'll be back in 14 minutes with second half action as the cheerleaders and drill team take over here at halftime. We'll be right back with second half action here on Game Night Live.
And enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Hi.
Glad you didn't die on that trip. That was athletic.
I forgot we were supposed to be there for a second there. I got so enthralled with those highlights. You know, are you ready for some high school football playoffs?
I know you are.
KSL Sports is your exclusive streaming home for the postseason.
We can't wait to get it going. But before we move forward, here's one more look back at Week 10, the final night of the regular season, with the Game Night Live highlight reel.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Here
Here's KSL Sports Rewind's top plays and performances from last week. Number 5, Snow Canyon at Pineview. And you think a screen is safe? You thought wrong, dude. Trayvon, that's how you play edge on a screen. What a pick for Trayvon.
Maybe a JUCO and then find a home from there.
Bad tip that's intercepted. What a play by Trayvon.
Weaver taking on Leighton. Brock Dean. This was his 4th touchdown of the first half. The other 3 were all receiving. Brock Dean, a menace for the Warriors in their win over the Lancers. A year ago, Afu Fiafita made it back to the football field after a successful battle against cancer on Wednesday night. He had this interception. It was his 2nd of the night. But check out this return and a straight stiff arm to assure the touchdown, the Farmington win, and help the Phoenix rise to a region title.
Here's Tuatagoa. He's looking for Masters, and it's picked off once again by who else? Afu Fiafita. He gets to the 20, down to the 10. Stiff arm the man into the end zone. What a play! Touchdown, Farmington!
Fiafita decided he was scoring. Nobody was going to stop him.
Number 4, we've warned you about Feleti Iongi. Tim, you got to see it for themselves. You think you have him defended, but he just finds space, and then that's not going to bring him down. The speed to finish the play for Orem. We'll have much more from this one later.
And now Kaama will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Iongi. Iongi has a couple of blockers. Bounces out to the left. Get past the 50. Past the 40. Iongi is going to go past the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Orem.
West Jordan looking for a region title, and Nia Iaopo, the shedding of the attempted tackler, and finishing with 6, the Jags, your Region 4 champs. Cedar Valley and Alta on Wednesday night, and Aiden Laws was the king of the cutbacks. Count them. There's 1. There's 2. Still going. We got 3 and a final 4, as you can eat a Tootsie Pop with less licks than the number of licks he avoided on that play. Aviators defeat the Hawks 23-17.
Landon Johnson takes the snap. He's going to go to the air. Fires a screen. And there's a first down and more. He stays on his feet to the 20. 15, 10, cuts to the middle. Could be a touchdown. It is. Cedar Valley, number 8, Aiden Laws.
Number 3, I want winners. In a defensive battle, Bingham trailing Mountain Ridge late, and Bingham's Aiden Dunn. Check out this throw to Monty Tuhuau, beautifully placed, but trailing 7-6 with 44 seconds left. Let's go for 2. Lincoln Tahi looking right side, finding the end zone. All 15 points scored in the final 4 minutes as Bingham defeats Mountain Ridge 8-7. North Sevier at Parowan in the final minute. The Wolves trailing by 7, and Ryland Frischknecht finds Brody Bullock to pull North Sevier within 1. But on the road, let's go for 2. But tell you, watch for the tight end on this. Watch for the tight end. It's Frischknecht to Bullock again as North Sevier defeats Parowan 2019 in the final minute. Number 2, a thigh master used to be a popular mechanism, but why use that when you can just use a football? Fremont's Zach Masters with the impressive grab using the legs as he goes to the ground. Nice catch.
Tries to go to Masters once again. He holds it in.
What a
that
great
was
play.
falling at his lap as he was sitting down, and it landed right in there, and he was able to hold on to it.
American Fork taking on Skyridge, and Cade Wilkinson. Check this out as he reaches over the DB and maintains it. Dual possession goes to the offense. Wilkinson with a nice touchdown for the Cavemen.
Manuela throws the fade to the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown. Wilkinson going right over the top.
Back to Timpview and Orem. This is the opening possession for Timpview and Rasmussen for Keenan Pula. And you got to check this out again. Is that a triple bobble? He never loses stride, never loses focus, does lose the defender as Pula scores to start off the Region 7 championship.
As Rasmussen, they play action pass, gets it out quick, it's going deep, and it is shuttled and caught, taking it in out to the end zone. Touchdown, Timpview, Keenan Pula.
And if you like that, check this one out. Timpview's Carson Rasmussen. He's got to extend this a little bit. He's going to end up taking a big lick as he throws this one up. But needing some help, and it's Dennis Chuaone flying in like a galloping gazelle to score for Timpview.
Rasmussen will now take the snap, rolls out to his left. Orem trying to bring some pressure. Rasmussen still trying to escape. The pressure coming, has to just throw this one out, and it's caught for the touchdown. What just happened?
Rewind top 5. That might be a rewind top 1, Alex.
And your top plays of the week, why go anywhere else? Same game, Timpview. This time it's Jaron Pula. Now, one, it's impressive he makes this catch. Check this out. But then he sheds both defenders as he takes this down inside the 5. Jeff Hansen thought it should have been a touchdown. It was a Timpview win and another region title for the T-Birds.
Fourth down play. Rasmussen takes the snap. He jumps back, steps up, tries to escape, jumps it out, and it falls into Pula. And Pula up the sideline. Pula with the stiff arm, dives for the end zone, and he's out of bounds, but just short. Huge play for the Thunderbirds on fourth down.
I don't know how Jaron Pula caught that football, but it's almost as impressive what he does afterwards. That is, he gets the ball, trucks multiple defenders down inside the 5-yard line. It looked like he almost got in the end zone.
We've seen one-handed catches, but Fremont's Celeste Moa has his own twist to it. Of course, you got to make the grab, but then he tacks on a somersault and he stuck the landing. I'd score that a solid 9-9. Moa 2 touchdown receptions in the game for Fremont.
Drops back. Those deep touch and one-handed catch. What a grab, Celeste Moa, and that's a Fremont touchdown. Wow!
That's a superstar play right there. Moa just goes up with his left hand, pulls it in. What a great throw and catch by Fremont.
You also.
And then there's Hunter Sheffield at Skyridge. There's one-handed grabs, and then there's truly one-handed grabs. He just palms this, never brings it into his body, never changed his grip. That is hand strength. What a touchdown catch for Sheffield. Check this out again.
Maybe they'll take the 3. And it is a play action by Sweetwine. He's going to throw for Sheffield. What a catch! Touchdown! Skyridge! And this time there are no flags!
The hands on this kid to bring that down with one hand. I think he just walked into the end zone.
I mean, that's definitely going on the rewind top 5. Hunter Sheffield making an impossible catch with one hand.
Life is hard. Exercise is medicine. The more you move, the more you smile. At Salt Lake Running Company, we know you've got this. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995, SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online at slrc.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Hi. Glad you didn't die on that trip. That was athletic.
I forgot where I was supposed to be there for a second there. I got so enthralled with those highlights. You know, are you ready for some high school football playoffs?
I know you are.
KSL Sports is your exclusive streaming home for the postseason.
We can't wait to get it going. But before we move forward, here's one more look back at Week 10, the final night of the regular season, with the Game Night Live highlight reel.
UCCU will provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Here's KSL Sports Rewind's top plays and performances from last week. Number 5, Snow Canyon at Pineview. And you think a screen is safe? You thought wrong, dude. Trayvon, that's how you play edge on a screen. What a pick for Trayvon.
Maybe a JUCO and then find a home from there.
Bad tip, that's intercepted! What a play by Trayvon!
Weaver taking on Leighton Brock Dean. This was his 4th touchdown of the first half. The other 3 were all receiving. Brock Dean, a menace for the Warriors in their win over the Lancers.
Welcome back to Box Elder High School here in Brigham City, Utah. A beautiful night for football, a beautiful night for playoff football. We are 24 minutes through the first half, 16-14. Box Elder leads Granger's. Jeremiah Jensen, Stevenson, Sylvester with you, and Sly. Wild roller coaster of a game. Box Elder dominated early, benefited from a pick 6 and a big run by Carter Buchanan, but Granger responded nicely, and from there it was just kind of bend but not break for both defenses.
Yeah, if you watch the first 6 minutes of the game, you thought Box Elder was just going to run away with this thing. But Granger came back, and then towards the end of that second quarter, it was slug after slug. It was power punch after power punch that was going on between both teams. And this game's going to come down to the wire. We know it. This is playoff football. This is what happens. These are why these matchups are the way they are. But this has been very interesting. If either of these teams want to stick with their offensive game plan, they might have an edge in this game. But right now, Box Elder has the lead and comes out with the ball here in the second half.
The difference in this game are the conversion of two-point conversions by Box Elder. Both teams have 2 touchdowns, but Box Elder converts twice on 2-point conversions and have a 2-point lead. As we enter the second half, Box Elder will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Box Elder, the 16th seed in 5A. Granger, the 17th seed. Those rankings determined by RPI computer rankings. The winner of this game will move on to play the Roy Royals, the number 1 seed in the 5A state playoffs.
And they look good. The Roy Royals look great.
Real.
We covered them earlier this season.
Robert Young
very
is
impressive.
Just one of the best players in the state. They've got a lot of guys that make plays on that team.
Yeah. Guys all over the place on the offensive side of the ball. Even on the defensive side of the ball, they just make plays. He had a 100-yard interception return in the game that we covered. They played Woods Cross. It was an interesting matchup. But, yeah, Roy's a very talented team, very worthy of that number 1 ranking.
Scores around the state. We'll start in 6A. 2 games tonight in 6A. Riverton leads Pleasant Grove 14-7 in the 4th quarter. And Copper Hills had a 20-17 lead at Westlake at halftime. Now to the 5A scores. West defeats Taylorsville 68-14. West moves on to take on Orem next week. That's a great round of 16 matchup. East leads Skyline 39-0. Actually, that's now a final. East defeats Skyline 39-0. Woods Cross has rallied to take a lead late over Cedar Valley 28-27 with 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Wasatch leads West Jordan 10-7 at halftime. Highland leads Springville 7-0 at halftime. Northridge leads Hunter 28-7 at halftime. That is your 5A playoff scoreboard.
We watched West last week. They are a talented football team, but Brighton they were just on point in that game. But West is very talented. They get some of their woes taken care of. They got a sophomore quarterback who I hope was back from his hand injury that we saw last week, and they're going to be a dangerous team as well here in these playoffs.
Granger gets the tackle on special teams. Hanson with the return. So Box Elder will start this first drive of the second half at their own 26-yard line.
Outside of that big touchdown run by Buchanan, Sly, they just have not been able to get anything going on offense.
Not at all. I mean, well, that's their game plan. You really haven't seen them have any success anywhere else but just running or just getting the ball to Buchanan in many different ways, from the screen passes to the wildcat to bubble screens to any capacity to get Buchanan the football. That is their offensive game plan. Other than that, there's been absolutely nothing. And so how can they do that? How can they get creative in the second half at getting Buchanan the ball over the middle, RPO game? Those deep passes, can they get accurate on those deep balls to get him the football here? That is what's going to be interesting, is how they can do that. And on the flip side, they haven't had success really throwing the ball. Their touchdown was that, but the guy was wide open. Other than that, there's been nothing, but they have had success running the football. So are they going to get back to that? Which team is going to apply pressure here in the second half is what's going to be interesting.
So I'm not sure why, but they had to have both coaches come to midfield and address something. So we have a stop and play here, just 6 seconds into the second half. Box Elder's back out on the field. Granger's meeting with their coach right now to discuss something that occurred out on the field.
Yeah, that sounds and looks like a, hey, pull your head out thing. We got one half of football. Let's not end this season on the right note.
All right, I believe we are ready.
Got to be in control. Good football teams are in control. So be in control. Understand your reactions. Make this happen.
Don't know what was done or said, but that is what they call a sportsmanship conference. So there you go. Hopefully that's settled. Back to the action. Box Elder right up the middle. Granger all over it. Not much, if anything, there on the carry for Box Elder.
Let's see if the ball carrier gain is 1, 2nd and 9.
Got Buchanan lined up in the slot there.
Reyes, a quarterback.
With Sanasi out over the top of him.
Keep your eye on 15. Split out.
Run a corner route with him.
Reyes is going to pass, rolling to his left.
Pull up.
If he can get it off. Granger's all over him. He's going down. Granger gets the sack.
That's so hard. Like I think they had the concept they want on the outside, but you got a right-handed quarterback who's not that tall, rolling out to the left. That means he's got to set his feet in order to deliver the football. He was just running on that. Bad part is he was trying to pass, so he was running backwards. He lost like 8 yards on that play. That is just not what you wanted right there. If you're going to run a sprint out like that, at least make it to his strong side so he doesn't have to set his feet to do that. They had the concept they want on the outside. Granger is applying pressure, having a tight box there. They got one-on-ones out there. What are you going to do?
3rd and 17 for Reyes. Takes a shot over the middle. Almost intercepted. Had a chance. Figiel.
Yeah, that was just...
Had a shot. Could not bring it down.
4 defenders right there. He just saw his offensive guy running and just decided to throw it up. You do not throw the ball over the middle in that fashion unless you know for sure there's no defenders on the other side. But a great stand for Granger. They get out here, make Box Elder lose yards on their first drive.
Get the punt away. It's short again. Takes a big bounce. Granger's going to let it roll, and Box Elder's going to benefit from that all the way down.
That's a great roll.
To the Granger 37-yard line. So that's where the Lancers will start this first drive. Granger did what they needed to do. They get the stop on that first possession. And once again, they have a chance to take a lead in this game that they have never held. They had 2 drives where they got down there and had chances, but could not capitalize. 2-point conversions, 2 of them by Box Elder, the difference in this game. Again, we will probably reference it again and again, but the goal line stand by Box Elder could be key as we watch this game develop. Fafita Bouncing off defenders, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Again, Box Elder's doing a really good job sliding on the run.
They really are. I mean, their vision is really, really good. They're understanding what Granger is trying to do with the blocking schemes, beating blocks, creating penetration, not allowing Fafita, who's a great running back, to get any type of momentum. That's great play design right there.
Nice run in the open field. He's got one tackle to make. He could not break the last tackle, but a great job on an interesting formation. Brighton Webb, who has a touchdown catch in this game, now gets a big run. We've got an injury on the field for Granger, but Webb was one broken tackle away from taking it to the house.
That was a great play design. I really like that. That was mass confusion as far as who was going to get the football. Great timing there. It was almost that triple option, cross book, handoff type of angle there. But great job right there with that play design and execution by the offensive line and Webb.
Caden Wheeler, the injured player. He's walking off the field, holding his wrist.
Well, he just one broken tackle away.
Corbin Jepson made that tackle. You'll see number 20 right here. Barely hang on, otherwise he's gone. All right, back to the action. Direct snap to Fafita. Once again, Box Elder is doing a great job. He gets about 3 on the first down carry. Webb brings them all the way to the Box Elder 38-yard line on that run.
Great job by the defense of sticking your face in there and taking that hit and making that run insignificant.
Full backfield for Granger. Trying a little bit of a different formation here. Webb again.
Same play that they had on that last one. It's a great play design. It's really nice. Box Elder's going to have to be able to understand, follow the pullers. Where the pullers are going is where the run is going. Granger can't pass the football. So follow the pullers and take action. Knock the pullers out, cause a pile in the backfield. As you can see, the formations that they're running, there's nothing that they're doing that looks like pass.
Direct snap. That's Maka Sanasi.
Yeah, as you said, you want to get tough yards, give that guy the ball.
You're right, Sly. They've said, we're not going to pass the ball in the second half. We are going to run it. And they have come up with a different formation they're running out of that's going to do just that. Direct snaps to their talented running backs.
And look at that offensive line. Why would you pass? All right, now they've run that play multiple times, so
Box Elder's got that one dialed in.
They're like, okay, I know what's going on here. But to Granger's credit, why would you pass the ball? They've had success running the football. You got some good play designs there. You got some tough runners right there. Third down and short. You know, you got Sanasi, you got Kofe. You run that football right up in there and make it happen. It's QB keep right here is what I do.
Kofe right up the middle, running through that Box Elder interior. Ball's loose. Ball's loose.
Oh, my gosh.
Box Elder has it. Kofe with a great run, fighting his way through Box Elder defenders, but at the end, the ball is jarred loose, and Box Elder takes over.
Look at Buchanan.
Carter Buchanan.
This kid, I just don't get it. How are these guys not putting the football away? This is literally the number one rule. You run the ball up the middle, 2 hands on the football, both ends of the football, secure the football. Yet there's no reason to stiff arm up the middle of the field. You only stiff arm when you're out in open space, especially the fullback. You should be, I just don't get that. There's been multiple fumbles in this game, some called, some not. But that is ridiculous, especially this close to the end zone.
4 turnovers for Granger tonight.
He should have handed it off.
2 fumbles, two interceptions, 1 for a touchdown. So the turnovers have been a big problem for Granger. And again, another drive where they're oh so close, but they can't finish.
This is the 3rd time they've been inside the 20 and came away with nothing.
Putting a lot of pressure on their defense here. Let's see if they can get it done again. 2nd down and 6, 4 yards on that carry for Box Elder. Buchanan now in the quarterback position.
Nice. Great pickup right there. That's just tough, hard-nosed football. Keep Buchanan at the quarterback position. I would just run a double lead right here with Buchanan, the quarterback.
Macias on the carry. He's got the 1st down.
Nice, tough run right there. Picked up the 1st down. Open set of downs right here. Run it through Carter Buchanan.
Granger showing blitz. Let's see if they send them. They do. Pitch out to the left side on the boundary, and decent gain there.
Doing a great job. They're getting some
Hansen on the carry.
Some good, decent yards on 1st down, which is great. It opens your playbook there. There was like they marked it back. I thought it was a 6-yard gain. It looked like it's only a 2.5, 3-yard gain there. But they're getting decent yards on 1st down, which is opening the playbook, letting the defense have to worry about a lot more on 2nd and medium, 2nd and short. But direct snapping it to Carter Buchanan, I like that.
Up the middle again. Fighting for yards is Buchanan.
Now 3rd down and 4. Let's see what they got here. Hurry up offense here. Then get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here.
Try to draw them off sides.
Third and 3. Buchanan, bad snap through his hands. That's trouble. They're just going to get underneath it. It's going to be 4th down. They're going to have to punt again.
Hey, bring the house. 2 people coming outside of the shield, 2 people coming right through the shield. The shield has to protect the inside first. That's going to allow the outside people to come free. Put your hands at the block point on the ball. This is going to be a bad snap. Cover the center, make it feel pressure on the handoff. Come get it. They're not coming.
Low snap.
Oh.
Nobody came, so fair catch called for and made. And once again, Granger's going to have the ball in Box Elder territory. Can they finally get over the hump and get into the end zone here?
Is it the offense or is it Box Elder's defense? I don't know who to give the credit to for things happening on this side of the football field, but this whole game, Granger's offense just hasn't been able to punch it into the end zone when they needed to, and Box Elder's defense is held strong, causing turnovers.
Here they come with this new formation again. Fafita. Big lane to run through. Fafita inside the 30 all the way down to the 24-yard line. Strong run for Fafita. Sunia Fafita is having a big night.
It's a great job right there. Great execution at it. Here comes his formation again.
Just a junior, Fafita. This time they go inside, nothing there.
Great job blitzing off the edge, knock that out. If you're not getting blocked, you should go make that play. Great job right there.
Fafita is approaching 1,400 yards rushing on the season. He's over 100 in this game.
So now I see they ganged up on him.
Yep. Yeah, I think you asked the question, is it the Granger offense that's not executing well, or the Box Elder defense? We need to give the Box Elder defense
credit.
A lot of credit here. They have really dialed in on the run game. They did a good job scouting Granger and knew who their guys were. And they've, Fafita's obviously had some nice runs. And Granger's had their moments, but for the most part, they've kept this run game in pretty good check in some critical moments. Here we go, another critical one, 3rd and 10. Walshman's going to throw over the top. He fell while he threw it.
Intercepted.
And it's a touchback, a pick, another interception for Box Elder. Number 40, Jackson Cool comes down with it.
Well, that's the name of the game, right? When opportunities are presented to you, you got to make it happen. And that's exactly what happens there. Great job. You're not backed up in the end zone multiple times. Throwing into tight coverage right there. Great opportunity right there. You had it, you made it. You can't ask for nothing more from your team.
2:56 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Box Elder clinging to that 2-point lead. They haven't scored since early in the 1st quarter when they jumped out to a 16-0 lead. They had the pick 6 in the first play of the game and then the Buchanan 60-yard run. And since then, they have struggled on offense, but their defense is keeping them in it.
Well, just like we talked about last week, at the end of the day, what matters is I got to have more points than my opponent.
That's all that matters.
Last week, the score was 7-6. And
is it our fault, Sly?
No,
I'm starting to blame us.
No.
Every game we go to now, it seems like teams don't want to score.
Hey, it's like the Madden curse.
What are we doing wrong here?
Hey, we're not doing anything. It's the Game Night Live ritual.
More like a curse. 2:20 and counting. 2nd down and 4 from the 26. Oh, I love the loose ball. It's still loose. Granger picks it up. Touchdown, Lancers. Mason Casatati scoops and scores, and the Lancers defense breaks through and gets them into the end zone.
Casatati, man, opportunities being presented to you, right? Let's not leave it up to our offense right now. Just like Box Elder's defense had to score, Granger's defense had to score in this game to get it done. That was an opportunity that's presented to you. We've talked about how low the snaps have been on punt. An opportunity is there. There was an opportunity there, and they just made it happen. Great job by Granger at staying awake and alert to the opportunity.
Do you just kick the extra point here, or do you go for 2 down, up 4?
Oh, you go for 1. I just keep it 5. Their offense hasn't been able to do anything. I don't want to get to a point where I'm taking points away from my team, because say they do get the ball, say they do score, right? That means they do a field goal, and the way they've been trying to go for 2. So say they do it and they actually miss. You're only down by 1. But, yeah, for me, I just go for 1. Don't get fancy. Don't get crazy. Oh, no, they're going for 2. They're going for 2. So here, big boy football. See, direct snap to Fafita. Let's see.
The 2-point conversion is no good.
2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
I mean, somewhat inconsequential. We'll see.
Depending on how the game flow goes, right? You know, do I want to be up 6 or do I want to be up 4? 6 or 5, you know, how is that, right? Like, what is that discipline? Right now, for me, I would take 5, right? Because I'm literally 2 field goals away from not having the lead. But like, I don't know. I don't know. It's I think, as you said, it's inconsequential. I think, you know, it all depends on team vibe, what you're able to do. But let's see, is that going to be something? That's 1 point right there, right? You know, they've been down by 2 for a good chunk of this football game. But let's see if that 1 point is the difference in decision-making down the road. It may not be the difference in the score at the final, but it may make a difference in decision-making late in that fourth quarter.
Granger taking their time, getting out here for the kickoff. I guess there's no play clock in special teams. 20-16, Granger leads with 2:06 to play in the third quarter. One play, everything can change. And give Casatati the credit for being opportunistic, seeing the ball on the turf, and having the athleticism to pick it up and take it in. Because the way things have been going for Granger offensively, don't know if the offense would have been able to do that.
No.
So to get the defense to get them to 6.
Offsides.
This is all going bad for Granger right here.
Offsides and late hit, offsetting, re-kick.
This is going to back him up a bit, though. One of the issues for Box Elder's offense is they have not had good field position since that first quarter. They've been able to get the stops, but it's caused their offense to be backed way up, and they've really struggled in that situation. Maybe this could help them a bit once they sort out this mess.
What is the cause? Should be offsetting penalties here.
I don't know if the personal foul came after the whistle.
Dead ball, offside, number 5 of the kicking team. That'll be 5 yards. We also have a dead ball, personal foul, late hit, number 5. That'll go 15 yards. Repeat the kickoff.
That's right. They were both on the same team, so there's no offsetting.
That's a combined 20 yards.
Wow.
It's going to back them all the way up. They're going to have to kick off from the 20, I believe.
That's harsh. Yeah, that's 20 yards, yeah. My calculations are correct. Yeah. That's huge. That's huge. Now there's no opportunity for you to do a onside kick. You got to kick it as deep as you possible. If I was Box Elder, I would catch this on the run, because you're going to get, if you catch this on the run and you don't have to restart acceleration, you can get the ball at the 50. You can get a return that'll take you all the way to the 50-yard line. This is huge.
You know what I'd do? I'd kick it deep and out of bounds. Concede the 35-yard line so you don't get a return here. This is an unusual situation that you don't normally have to deal with, but I don't want them returning this, because I think this is a chance for Box Elder to take the lead right back. They're just going to squib it. Out of bounds. They took my advice.
Well, I mean, does it matter where you go out of bounds? That's the thing, too. I mean, if it goes out of bounds right there and they take it where the ball went out of bounds, then that's at the 50-yard line.
It's where it went out of bounds, which is not exactly what I described.
You said deep and out of bounds.
Deep and out of bounds,
right.
Not short and out of bounds.
That was short and out of bounds. That does not work.
That's no bueno.
Yeah, that should be literally a spot foul, really. Oh, 5 yards from the spot. So not only did it go out.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it's at the 40, not even a 50.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, well.
So after a touchdown like that to take the lead, how disappointing is that to put Box Elder back in this situation after doing such a great job all game.
So probably the little things that's probably been going on with them all season.
Which is why they're the 17th in the 5A playoffs.
Right.
Because there's enough talent here to be better than that. Granger gets a stop. Up to the 38. Is Box Elder.
Gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
It was Hanson on the carry. Just 1 yard gain. 2nd down and 9 from the 38. This Granger defense has been tough all game, except for one play.
You got Buchanan down here at the bottom of the screen in ISO coverage. He's going to beat this corner. Can you give him a good ball?
That's what they're going to go over the middle. Pick! Interception. Granger gets it back.
Sanasi.
We talk about playmakers, and he is one. What a big, huge play by Sanasi to give him the ball back.
He threw it right to him.
Of course, he made it pretty easy on him.
You got all that commotion. That took so much time from the time that Granger scored that defensive touchdown to now, but you threw it right to him. I mean, first of all, you should be looking at your playmaker, Buchanan, who was on the outside in one-on-one coverage. You should give him 50-50 ball to where he catches it or it goes out of the bounds. Those are the two options. You threw it right in the middle of the field. Again, second straight series. They get an interception for it. Ugh.
So Granger with a big opportunity here to burn some clock and take control of this game.
False start.
Flag before the snap.
Pretty sloppy football here in the second half by both teams.
5 yards, repeat first down.
Yeah, it's not been good. This is mistakes, errors that should not be happening this late in the football season. From either team.
Fafita breaks it to the inside now. Cuts it up and gets to about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, they got a lot of runs, different runs that they're doing out of this set. It's a pretty good at-home set they got with all that, but
Webb, they were all over that. And by
yeah, they were. If I was Webb, I would know that they'll be on it. And if there's a little bit of an opening, you got to stick your head down, get low, use your legs, power through those arm tackles, and fight yourself to open field advantage. So right now, those arm tackles are what's getting him. If he can get out of those arm tackles, he's going to make dynamic play after dynamic play.
3rd and 7 from their own 48. Granger. Up the middle. Kofe fighting. He's close. I think he's at the sticks. I think he's got it. Yep. First down, Granger.
Nice.
8-yard gain, first and
Well,
10.
I said this is the end of the third quarter. One more quarter left. They've been rocking it.
Kofe's first carry since that fumble near the goal line. He pushes forward. He moves the chains. Granger now in Box Elder territory. That is the end of the third quarter. We go to the fourth quarter with the Granger Lancers leading Box Elder 20-16 in this 5A first-round playoff game. We'll be right back.
Or online today at slrc.com. Moving mountains takes more than muscle. It takes commitment through the comfortable, the uncomfortable, the starts, the stops, the sunny days, the stormy days. Here at Salt Lake Running Company, rain or shine, we've got you. We are here to help you keep moving forward. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995. SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online today at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we've learned that people prefer more. And not just more, but a lot more. That's why UCCU created Elevated Checking. Elevated provides everything you'd expect from the best checking account anywhere and more. A lot more. Like loan discounts, overdraft forgiveness, and free ATMs nationwide.
First down and 10 from the 45 for Granger. Fafita the carry. Fafita.
Oh, wide open.
Gets to the edge. Past the 30, down inside to the 25-yard line.
Gonna come back.
We got a flag.
It's definitely holding on Webb. It's just unfortunate. Sometimes you just don't know where the running back is, and got a little handsy there.
Holding. Offense, number 13. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat the down.
Yeah, that one's going to come back. It was a good game. Again, it does look like Granger's trying to run this clock out. Just running the football.
It's on 1st and 11. Box Elder shuts down the run there.
11 and a half minutes to go in this game. It's going to be interesting how this one plays out. Is the strategy of running the clock out? Is Box Elder going to get another opportunity like they had at the beginning of the game? What is it going to be?
Fafita tripped up and stopped at the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 as we hit the 11-minute mark.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for Granger.
Workman with the pitch.
Great defense.
Not happening.
Great
Box Elder
defense.
gets the stop.
Great pursuit angles right there. Great pursuit angles. It's what you want to do. You want to make the running back go east and west. If he doesn't even feel comfortable, he's going to try to go north to south at the last second, which he did. But the great thing is you made him stop his feet. You let the cavalry come so there's more people hit him, and he ended up losing a yard on that. That was a great job by the Box Elder defense. Again, as he said, do we say it was Granger's offense, or is it Box Elder's defense that's doing a great job? Right now, from this second half, it is definitely Box Elder's defense. Doing a terrific job of flying around, getting off of blocks, not staying stuck to blocks. That's huge. 4th down and 6.
Welchman hands it off. No, he doesn't. He's going to pass, going to the end zone. Incomplete. So Box Elder, unless there's any flags out there, we'll take over on downs. The defense, once again, doing a great job.
He was looking around for a while. He was like, no flag, no flag. Great job there by Cole Bushnell. Great coverage. The ball hung up in the air. It wasn't going anywhere. But way to stand tall on defense after all that tumultuous kickoff situation. Back and forth, turnovers, all this stuff. But that was a great defensive stand right there.
Yeah, Granger cannot take advantage of the interception. And Box Elder's got really good field position.
What are they going to do with it? They're down by 2. They got to go.
Plenty of time. Just down 4, 9:29 to play. They'll start at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Ray is going to throw. Looked like it was tipped. Sanasi was all over it. Number 1 for Granger.
Yeah, they gotta find a better way to get down with RPO. That ball just came out of there too. You want to stick it in there for the fake, but at the same time, you got to understand it just needs to be timing connection. Your quarterback and receiver need to understand how long it's going to take you to get into your route. Is it an arrow? Is it a slant? Like, what is it? What's going on?
Another flag.
We're going. Encroachment. Defense, number 43, lined up in the neutral zone. 5 yards. Still second down.
I feel like they blew the whistle before the play was hiked. If he's lined up in the neutral zone, you got to wait for it to be hiked, right?
Unless contact was made.
Right.
I couldn't see closely enough.
But then that would be encroachment, wouldn't it?
Yes, exactly.
That'd be a different call.
5-yard penalty.
Either way.
Second down and 5 for Box Elder at the 46. Granger showing blitz. Here they come. Ball's loose on the ground. Granger's got it. The Lancers recover.
This is crazy.
How many turnovers have we?
Just in the second half.
Now?
Just in the second half. Like it's like possession after possession. It's turnover. No need to punt anymore. We're just going to turn you the ball over. Like, that's just not a clean exchange right there. What? I have no idea how that happens. That is boneheadish. That is wild.
So another turnover. And now Granger has the ball in Box Elder territory at the 44-yard line. Welchman hands it off. Fighting for yards, we got a flag.
Imagine that. Another flag. It just feels like this second half is going by so slow with all the penalties.
Offense, number 9. 10 yards from the original spot. Still first down.
There's a reason why these teams are 16th and 17th in the RPI. You see the potential of both teams in moments, but there's just too many of these type of moments for both teams. Now 9 minutes to play. Welchman is going to throw over the middle. Catch is made inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Webb again.
Good throw.
Brighton Webb with a big gain. Granger's in the red zone again.
Great job of protection right there. But even better job by the quarterback at throwing that ball in there. He throws it right over the middle safety's head, right in between the outside corner and the far side corner coming in to make that play right there. Great touch on the football. Nice spiral.
Aiden Royce Welchman, the junior quarterback for Granger. His best throw of the night.
By far. That was great.
Coming up on 8 minutes left. A touchdown here could be a dagger. Granger taking their time. Now the snap. Welchman's going to hand it off. Right up the middle. It's Sanasi that came in.
Sanasi the ball for game of 9. Second and 1.
Maka Sanasi's had a big game for Granger.
Let's go. Clock's rolling. I guess they're taking their time. They have the lead.
No rush. Up the middle again.
Short, makes 3rd down and 1. Let's see, it was 7:30 when the clock stopped. Let's see how much time they take off the clock here. They hike the ball in just before 6:50. 3rd down and 1.
Clock is ticking on Box Elder season. Down 4 on their home field. Now 7 minutes and counting. Granger can make it a 2-possession lead. 3rd down and 1 from 6. Welchman, hand off. Fafita cuts it up into the end zone for the touchdown.
Great work by him. Great job blocking by that offensive line. They created the perfect crevice for him to get in there and make that happen right off the left side of that line. Staying steady, sticking with the game plan, running. Great job. I loved it all the way down here. I think Webb had the only catch on that drive, but the majority of it, 93.8% time. Oh, gosh.
Bad snap.
Oh, he don't get it. His knee was down. Oh, they're going to call it.
I don't know if it's going to count because they got a flag. But a great effort.
Yeah, it was. His knee was down for sure.
Great effort by Kinney, but I think we're going to have to do this again.
Holding. Offense, 43. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay the try.
Let's see here. That is now you really got to kick it. You really can't have.
Well, they were trying to kick it there, but the snap was bad. Kinney is the kicker.
There it is.
Blocked. Great job. Blocked by number 19, Cole Bushnell.
Again, Cole Bushnell comes up with the big play right there. But these special team plays mean a lot. You know, it makes this a 10-point game. It's still a 2-point game, but 2-score game. But you know, it makes it a lot easier. You know, Box Elder wish they would have made that 2-point conversion, made it 18-26, but this is a very manageable game. But they have to be aggressively play. Unfortunately, you know, all you have is Buchanan and not really a person who can throw the ball to him. So that's unfortunate. But whatever it is, you got to act fast. Trick play. This is where it comes out. You cannot hold anything back in your playbook. Just to make it all work. Great job by both of these teams. Oh, this is a long kickoff setup here. All right, here we go.
Fielded at the 25. Breaking tackles, he's got a chance. He's got a blocker. Cut down at the 20. Logan Cephalo, the linebacker.
with a great return, and Box Elder's got life.
I mean, I would normally say that's amazing, but this offense has to capitalize. You're getting opportunity after opportunity here. Make something happen here. It's kind of like the sputtering of Granger's offense, right? But like here, you have to make a play. You have to make your team right on this. You are down by 10 points. You get a great return. You score quickly here. You kick off regularly, and you'll get the ball back at the end of the game. Great job by the up man right here. Just running. Arm tackles. Arm tackles after arm tackles.
Again, we talk about it. This Granger team has these moments where, like, yeah, this is a big, physical, strong football team. They make great plays, and then they have plays like this where they kind of take their foot off the gas or take a play off. And now Box Elder's got life. They're only down 10 with 6:34 to go. Looks like there's a flag on the play, though. Did Granger call timeout?
Yes, they did. Granger did call timeout.
That's why we have the pause and play here.
It's a lot of back and forth in this game, from penalty to penalty, holding, big play here.
Hazel D. Archibald still in the game as well. Don't worry, Kendra. I saw you too. Go the back of your goal.
Throw out route.
Catch is made. Tackle's made, just short of the sticks. Nice grab.
He's got to see these routes. His out route was wide open, but he completes this one. A little high, made him jump, but
Cameron Bushnell with the catch. A lot of youth on this Box Elder team. Reyes is a sophomore. Bushnell's a sophomore. That's a sophomore passing to a sophomore in a playoff game. Nice run, hold. We got a flag, though. That could be coming back.
Dancing the ball carrier flag at the 29-yard line.
See another flag.
Okay, block below the waist. Offense, number 73. 10 yards. Still second.
Chop block on that. Oh.
One step forward, two steps back. Had a 2nd and 1, and now they're backed up to the 37, 2nd and 11. 5:48 left to play. Rush comes.
Oh.
Avoids it for a minute, but then he's going to go down. Granger gets the sack.
That's brutal. Tough. Clock's rolling. Right. That's what I don't understand. Clock's rolling. That's not in their favor. They're about 10 points, and they're just acting like they have the lead. They're acting like they're in 4-minute offense right now. They got to go.
Reyes has time over the middle.
Nice.
Catch is made.
Guess who?
Buchanan inside the 15. They need a play. That's where you go.
Where is Buchanan on the football field at all times? This guy is dangerous. Over out that was covered. I would not have thrown this, but he does. There was multiple people there, multiple defenders. Great job. Direct sack to Buchanan. Let's see here.
4:45 and counting. Reyes incomplete. And a flag. They held him.
Pass interference. He's pushed It was push. I actually thought that push was late, but hey. Ref heard something else. That's going to be half the
Pass
distance.
interference, defense number 1, half the distance to the goal line. Still first down.
Should take it to the 7.5-yard line.
Reyes knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Granger defense. I believe it was Efo Peely that got a hand on that.
Wow.
Number 43.
Oof.
It was.
It's so hard. I always wonder how quarterbacks pay attention to the defensive line. You got some of these guys are huge, like Calais Campbell's 6'8", 340, whatever he weighs. But just moving, how do you time to get around guys like that with your throws?
2nd and 3 from the 8. Reyes rolling right. He's in trouble. He's just going to throw it. It's caught. It's not enough to get to the sticks. In fact, it's incomplete.
Let's see what we got here.
Third down and 3 from the 8. 4:32 left to play in the game. Buchanan still fighing.
Touchdown.
For the touchdown. Parker Buchanan, his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Wild, wild, wild. Okay, I would say kick the field goal here. You're only down by 3. You can legit kick the ball here, go 3 and out. You have all 3 of your timeouts. Get the ball back at halftime to at the very least tie this thing up. This is good strategy here.
The extra point is good. The Box Elder Bees get the touchdown they need. They're only down a field goal with 4:27 left to play. Here's how they did it.
Great run. Direct snap to Buchanan is what we've said. That works. However you can get the ball to Buchanan, and you're going to have success, as you've seen here. Great play. Great play right there.
Box Elder finds the end zone for the first time since early in the first quarter. Their offense had been stacked.
This kid's tough. That is not an easy run, folks.
And that's a physical defense. Those are some big, strong tacklers, and he broke them all into the end zone for the score. Only the 2nd offensive touchdown in the game for Box Elder. It has them within 3. We're saying there's a chance. Only down 3.
Keep it
on your home field with 4:27 left.
Deep in one of these corners and try to squib it deep in one of these corners. Try to keep it in bounds, pin them inside the 20-yard line.
No return. Granger will start at the 20.
Great kick. It's the least you could get out of that. That's very nice. Let's see how they finish this game. 4 minutes and 27 seconds left. Well, this Box Elder defense has done terrific tonight. They would get my game ball outside of Buchanan right there. But they have done a great job against this great rushing attack of Granger.
Lancers want to burn the clock, get a few first downs. That's one right there. Fafita to the 30. He's got it all the way to the end zone. 80 yards for the score. Sania Fafita, but we got a flag back at the 34-yard line.
Tell you what, some people are not going to be happy about that. That was a completely electric run by Fafita right there.
Big time play.
Holding. Offense, number 13. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So first down.
And that's Webb's second significant holding penalty. That is huge. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you know what they're going to do here. At least it makes it first down and shorter.
It's first down and 6.
Yeah.
But it's not as cool as an 80-yard touchdown run.
It's not as sweet as an 80-yard touchdown.
It's a clinch victory. You can understand why the Granger fans would be so disappointed. But they got the hold again. So it comes back. 4:13 left to play. 26-23. Granger leads. First down and 6 from their own 24. Welchman hands it off. Up the middle, not going anywhere.
They said they are not letting Kofe beat us. We are blitzing and taking this guy's head off. Great job, great blitz right there. That was a straight B-gap blitz right there. Got it done. Box Elder is playing with their toes in the dirt right here. Clock is still moving. Here's where you play the timeouts. You get a nice solid stop right here in this run play right here by Granger. You call timeout. You force them to run that third play, and you can make a punt after that, and you got the ball back. Timeout. Call timeout.
He broke loose.
Oh,
he's still running.
How is this guy?
All the way to the 39.
I thought he was stopped.
Wow.
I thought he was
Sania
stopped.
Fafita. Look at this run.
Right here. I thought he's done.
Boom. Bounces out. Buchanan has to make the stop. Otherwise, he's gone.
Oh, my gosh.
What a game for Sania Fafita.
Yeah, amazing. He's got multiple touchdowns taken back, and he's still just as dynamic as possible. As you said, he's closing in on 1,400 yards of the season. I would say he has that. Terrific running back.
We're under 3 minutes. Box Elder saving their timeouts. They have 3. Down 3. Welchman's going to hand it off, as they should. Right up the middle. Oh, big run by Kofe. All the way over to midfield.
Do not be on the tracks when the train is coming. Kofe.
Here comes the human hamster wheel.
Said, I
Look
am
out.
coming.
Ooh.
Oh, my gosh. That's like Frank Summers, the old days.
A little Frank Summers.
A little Frank Summers right there. UNLV, talented running
Throw
back.
back. All the kids listening don't know who we're talking about, which makes me sad.
It's my teammate on the Steelers, so I know that. But
You didn't like playing him in college, though.
Oh, I did. I didn't mind. My teammates didn't, though. He broke some shoulders just like that.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we got to take a timeout. We've got a Granger player who's being attended to injured. When we come back, 2:44 left to play. Granger leads Box Elder 26-23.
commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there. They're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home.
So you can finally finish your basement and raise the value of your home.
Or pay off your credit cards and get out of debt faster.
Nice. Or simply enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of...
Back to the action. Clock resumes. 1st and 10 from the 49. Handoff.
Start using your timeouts here.
Now they'll start taking the timeouts.
Yeah.
Coach Munn down there has made that decision. They have 2 left after this. They've got to get a stop here. And we got another player injured. It has not been the prettiest game. It has not been the most well-executed game. But these kids, Sly, have played their guts out here tonight.
They have. They really have. It's been a different style of football. Opportunities that have been presented on both ways. As you can tell, this is going to be a tight finish. It was 16-14 at the end of the first half. The only reason it was 16-14 was because two-point conversions. And even in this half, right? Like, without those two-point conversions, and they just went for one, it would be 24-23 here. So, like, it's a very interesting football game that's been had here. These teams have played great. Let's see how this one comes down to finish. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this football game. Boxelder has 2 timeouts. Granger's trying to drain this clock with an efficient running game.
They can't allow another first down. They've got to get stops here. It's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 46-yard line. Welchman drops the snap.
Oh my God!
Boxelder has it.
What?
What just happened?
What? What?
The Bees have life. What a play.
This is why you keep your aggression up throughout the game.
Landon Harding.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. Terrific job at bringing the pressure. You continue to bring the pressure, never take a play off. Opportunities will present themselves. Are you going to be ready to make that play? Great job by Landon right there. What is Boxelder going to do? Buchanan, are you going to win this football game? 3 touchdowns already. What is he going to do?
2:29 left.
Oh
they get a bad
God.
snap. Reyes gets on top of it, but this is going to be tough to overcome. All the way back to the 34-yard line. They've got to get to the Granger 40 for a first down. Sly, both teams have been taking turns doing this. They do something amazing, and then they turn around and do something just like inexplicable.
It's a rip your heart out type of football.
Reyes, catch is made to the 40.
Gotta go, clock's moving.
Clock is moving. We're under 2 minutes to play.
Plenty of time, but you have to be efficient. You have to be consistent here. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Gotta be a little quicker than this.
It's 3rd down and 20.
Gotta go.
Got 2 shots to get to the sticks. Reyes, rush comes. Now he escapes. Now he's going to run.
Get out of bounds.
Gets to midfield.
Great
Okay,
job.
they got a chance here on 4th down.
You're in 2-down coverage, or 2-down territory right here, so don't think you have to pick up the 1st down right here, but gotta get something positive on here. You cannot have a 4th down and 10. You gotta get something positive. Good timeout by the coach. I know you got out of bounds, but I actually like this timeout right here on 3rd down. Recoup, understand it's 3rd down and 10. We have 2 downs. Make sure he's going over it with his team. This is what we want to do here.
This is 4th down.
This is 4th?
Yeah, you have
because of the snap. Oh, my God.
And the run. It is 4th down and 10. Great job, though, by Reyes to scramble and get the 10 yards. This is at least manageable.
Right.
From midfield. It'll be 4th down and 10. Look, there's only one person you go to here. You know who it is.
But how? How do you go to him? Right? Are you going to have enough protection to give him time in the throw game? Are you going to throw a screen? You don't throw the screen on 4th down and 10 with a minute and 20 seconds left in the game.
Utah.
Right? How do you get in the ball? You haven't seemed to be able to throw an accurate deep ball. The only accurate ball you've thrown is into coverage on an over route to Buchanan. How do you get Buchanan the ball on this play here is the question. Let's see how these coaches dial this up and get this done.
This is the ball game. 4th and 10 from midfield.
I don't know why this crowd isn't on their feet. This is huge.
Reyes.
He's got time.
Throws.
Oh.
Incomplete.
He had him open.
He was open, and he overthrew him.
Just inaccurate.
And just as we said, you got to find Buchanan. He was there. The play was to be made. He just missed him. Heartbreak for Box Elder. They got a gift.
Playing deep and off. He's open. Just hit him. He's open. Just hit him. You had the protection. Everything you need. Just the inaccuracy on the throw. Now you take literally 3 knees here, and this game is over.
And that's what Granger will do. Boy. No one took a bigger sigh of relief than Aiden Royce Welchman, who fumbled the snap. Gave Box Elder a chance, but now the Granger Lancers are going to run out this clock eventually. That's the last time out for Box Elder. The Lancers, again, unless something crazy happens here.
We've seen crazy.
We just saw something that was just, are you kidding me? So who knows? Until that last snap here, we will wait and see. But the Lancers are a couple snaps away, if they can execute that, from moving on to the next round. Roy awaits. The Royals are watching this, I am sure. The #1 ranked team in 5A, the #1 seed in the 5A playoffs. The Royals co-champs in Region 5.
Yeah, this is heartbreak. You lead majority of the game with that first half. You let Granger come back, a defensive touchdown.
Yep.
From a fumbled snap, and you just couldn't recover from that. Here they are with 3 knees, victory formation. Hey, there's nothing guaranteed here. Stay alive.
So the Lancers overcome 5 turnovers. They gave the ball away 5 times. 3 fumbles, 2 picks.
That's insane.
And they will come away with a win, 26-23. With
one more snap. And that should do it. The Granger Lancers found a way on the road here at Box Elder to get the win. They will move on. Box Elder, their season ends with a 4-7 record. The Lancers with the win, they now have a winning record. They'll take a 6-5 mark to Roy next week to face the Royals. The second round of the 5A state playoffs. It wasn't pretty, but it was wildly entertaining. A roller coaster ride of emotions on both sides.
All game, all game.
It came down to 3 points. And Granger will move on. Well, you talk about adversity, Sly, and Granger was able to overcome 5 turnovers. That's certainly a test in adversity right there.
Oh, for sure. I think it was just, it was more crazy of how this game started, right? From the first play interception to Buchanan running straight up the middle right there.
That's pretty cool right there, Sly. The entire Granger team came over to give Buchanan a lot of respect. Carter Buchanan.
Much deserved.
Played a heck of a game tonight and did everything he could to help this Box Elder team keep their season alive. Buchanan had a great career here at Box Elder, and he sees it come to an end tonight. Box Elder won a lot of games with him in the lineup. He left it all out there tonight. So pretty cool sportsmanship there to see those Granger players come over to him and give him some very specific respect and love.
Well deserved. I mean, he single-handedly made so many plays in this game. Defensive touchdowns, offensive touchdowns. This guy was all over the place. He just knew it. And yeah, I mean, that's great respect from Granger to do something like that.
You know, every week we do a game, Sly, and there's always another week. Well, that's not the case this week. And you look out there and you see the Box Elder players overcome with emotion, knowing that the opportunity for many of these young men is now over to play the game of football.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the toughest thing, because like, you never truly understand your last moment. You never truly feel it, and you just and it's hard. And so, like, the seniors on this football team, to give it everything that they had. This is the playoffs. It's hard to make it to the next stage. Unfortunately, there's got to be a winner and a loser in every scenario. And, you know, tonight Granger just came through and made up the difference.
Well, for the Granger Lancers, what are your thoughts on this team, Sly, as they move on to face Roy? Obviously, they have some things that drive you crazy, but there's also a lot to like about this team. What can they do if they can clean some things up to give Roy some issues?
Well, one, their trip up north was not for nothing, so that's great. Yeah. You know, they're going to have to make another trip up north to go to Roy next week. But the biggest thing that stands out to me is Welshman's got to get it together. I don't know what he's made so many mistakes in this football game, if I can be bluntly honest. If they're going to make it and do anything, they have a talented football team. They have 3 great runners in Sanasi, Kofe, and Fafita that can carry the load. All you got to do is take care of the football. This guy had 3 or 4 turnovers, crucial turnovers, from the first play of the game all the way to their second to last possession in crucial time. So Welshman at the quarterback position, you got to step up from throwing interceptions to fumbling snaps, to get the ball to your playmakers, stop eliminating turnovers. You're going to have a chance against multiple teams.
All right, let's go down to the end zone. We have our most valuable player of the game standing by, Sania Fafita, number 24 for the Grangers Lancers. Sania, first off, just your reaction to that game. That was a roller coaster ride. You got to feel grateful to be on top at the end of that.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I think our team, we just needed to discipline ourselves. We got all the bodies over here that's able to do it. But yeah, we just after our session in the halftime in the locker room over there, we were able to come out and ball out and take the win.
Man, that is awesome. You guys did play great, but what do you feel when you get in the groove like that? I saw it. I know you had a couple touchdowns taken away from you, but you just looked like you were in the mode. What is that feeling for you when you're out on the field and you feel great?
Yeah, the call. One of my touchdowns, I get my touchdowns called back like a couple of times, like a lot of games. But this game, like the playoff game, I was pretty pissed, but it just gave me more motivation to keep on going.
Well, we saw this team. We see the potential of this team, Sania. Obviously, you guys have a lot of things you need to clean up. There's a lot of mistakes, but
yes,
you guys have some really good players on this team. Do you guys believe you have what it takes to go to Roy next week and get a win?
Yeah. We just gotta keep our momentum and just keep on going. I think we just gotta practice extra hard since Roy's the number 1 seed. But yeah.
Yeah, hats off to this defense, too. They made some plays, right? You know, that big turnover for a touchdown in that third quarter. What type of juice do they give you guys on the offensive side of the ball?
Man, the defense is a whole different story. They just get us hyped every time. Like, probably, I think it was the start of first or second half when 52 Mason Casitati got the touchdown on the fumble. So that just all, brought the energy, way higher.
And one last one for you, Sania, then we'll cut you loose. Just your season individually. To be able to run as well as you have, I don't have today's stats on me, but you're nearing 1,400 yards if you're not already over that. What kind of goals did you set for yourself this season, and how gratifying is it to accomplish them?
Well, I'm a transfer from Cottonwood, so just coming to Granger, it was a whole new environment. Just put in all the work. I just want to give all glory to my Heavenly Father, and I just want to thank my parents for putting in the work as well. And just the planning and everything just got me to the point I am right now.
Well said. Sania Fafita, number 24. The Granger Lancers are moving on. Thanks for joining us after the game, and good luck next week against Roy.
Thank you.
What a night for Fafita. I mean, he's a pretty good-looking running back.
Oh, yeah, to say the least. His feel for the game in between the tackles is absolutely awesome. It's what you want in a running back. Tough. All three running backs, tough running over the middle. We got a whole gang of highlights just from this game alone from the Granger rushing attack. But Fafita is excellent. Off tackle, up the middle. He does it all from the running back position.
So Granger moves on in the 5A playoffs to take on Roy next week. Where are we going next week? We haven't decided yet. We're going to make that announcement on KSL Sports Live. We can't wait to find out where we're going for the second round of the playoffs. But we'll be back here next Friday night with all the playoff action. For Stevenson Sylvester, I'm Jeremiah Jensen, and of course our entire Game Night Live crew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Friday as the UHSAA playoffs continue.